A creature appears in front of a family and offers them a choice. One of them gets to see everything, the other one goes blind. The boy freezes, he is 13 years old, he is terrified and he cannot make his mouth work. Though his little sister answers for him. She was not braver than him, she was just faster, and he has been carrying that gap between them ever since. I have recapped a lot of anime on this channel and I keep running into the same story, not the same plot, the same relationship. A brother and a sister, one of them pays for the other one, and somehow it lands harder than any fight scene in the same show. I want to show you 4 moments from 3 different shows, because the last one breaks the pattern in a way I did not see coming. All 3 of these are streaming somewhere right now. I got tired of hunting through 6 apps to find one show, so I built a page that just tells you. Right here you can see that you can watch Blockade Battlefront for free on Bilibili TV or with a paid Netflix account. Just go to animerecaphero.com and hit where to watch. The show is Blockade Battlefront. The boy is Leonardo Watch, and what he got out of that trade is called the all-seeing eyes of the gods. On paper, that is the best power in the series. He can see through walls, he can see what people are hiding, and he can see things that are not supposed to be visible at all. Here is what the show does with it. He does not become a hero, he becomes a delivery guy. He takes a job in a city full of monsters, he gets pushed around constantly, and every time somebody asks how he got those eyes, he has to say it out loud. Watch what happens when he finally tells them. So he says it out loud. He froze, his sister Miss Hella did not, and now he has to sit there while the room decides what that makes him. He does not describe a superpower, he describes freezing, and his friend blames him for it immediately. That is the whole trick. The power is a monument to the worst thing he ever did, and he has to wear it on his face for the rest of his life. Every time he uses it, he is using her eyes. Second one, Seraph of the End, and this is a character named Yoichi. You meet him carrying a giant bag of snacks. He is soft, he is cheerful, and he is the comic relief for about 90 seconds. Then the show tells you why he is actually here. A vampire came through the door, and the last thing his sister To-Mo-A ever did was put herself between it and him. He wants to join the army that kills them, and he failed the entrance exam. So he tried to make friends with somebody who claimed to already be in, hoping to get a second shot through the back door. That is the actual plan, that is how far out of his depth he is. And the main character Yu tells him flat out that he is weak and would only get in the way, which is cruel. It is also true, and the show knows it is both. This is the version where the sacrifice does not make you strong. Somebody died for you and you are still not good enough and you have to live inside that. Same show, different kid, Kimizuki. He goes to his commanding officer and begs for a cursed weapon, not for power, not for revenge, because of what comes with it. Medical care, his sister Mirai is sick, and a cursed weapon comes with benefits that would pay for her treatment. He gets told no, and he gets told why. If the demon inside the weapon takes him, his own officer will kill him personally. That is the deal on the table, and Kimizuki is still asking for it. He gets the sword, and the price of it comes due almost immediately. Then, in the middle of an exam he cannot afford to fail, somebody runs in and tells him his sister is in critical condition. And he says he wants to finish the exam. That is the moment, not the fight, not the demon sword. A kid deciding that the thing he wanted the weapon for is less urgent than the weapon. Yu, the same kid who called Yoichi weak, is the one who talks him out of it. He tells him to go, and afterward Kimizuki thanks him, and Yu says that failing the exam does not matter as long as he keeps fighting to save her. These two are chained together for that entire scene, by the way, literally chained as a training exercise. I do not think that is an accident. Last one, this is from the Misfit of Demon King Academy, and it is the same setup pointed in the opposite direction. 2 brothers, Zay Pes and Lee Org, and in the first minute of this scene the older brother kills the younger one for being weak. That is the reason. Then he attacks the main character, Anas, with a spell so risky that most of his own crew explodes casting it. It does nothing because Anas is the origin the magic comes from. And here is what Anas does about it. He brings the dead brother back, not as a person, as something that only knows how to come at you. Zay Pes does not recognize anybody anymore. He just moves toward the nearest living thing, and the nearest living thing is the brother who killed him. All Lee Org has to do is calm him down, that is the whole test, and he cannot because there is nothing between them to reach for, and Pes kills him for it. Every other story in this video is about somebody who gave something up for a sibling. This one is about what is left when nobody ever did. I think anime keeps coming back to siblings because it is the cleanest way to ask what a character would actually give up. A rival costs you a fight, a villain costs you a city, a sister costs you something you cannot earn back, and the show has to live with that for the rest of its run. Leo still has her eyes, Yoichi still failed, Kimizuki still has to choose over and over, and Lee Org reached for a brother who was not there. If you want to watch Blockade Battlefront right now, just go to my Where to Watch page. You can also find the related manga, figures, and watch the full recap on my channel. Everything is all in one place. Thanks for watching.